So Formula One, the Baku Grand Prix qualifying, and my word, what an eventful qualifying that was. That was a crazy, crazy qualifying. Six red flags, the most red flags in Formula One history, in the most qualifying Formula One history. Um, Honestly, at some point at some point I was looking to sleep. I was falling asleep watching that qualifying because it was so painfully slow and long and um, so lots of crashes, and it's a track that really punishes mistakes. Like, no, I don't think even Monaco had the most red flags, and it's a very dangerous track as well. Whereas Baku, you can have a take unlike Monaco, but it's, over a qualifying lap, you cannot do mistakes, and it really punishes your mistakes. And I think over a lap is like 1 minute and 44, 45 seconds, which is very, very long. Along, I think the longest track in terms of lap time alongside Spa, but Spa you can overtake, whereas Baku you can overtake, but there is there's the walls you have to take care with. Whereas Spa, you have this Rouge, famous one, but it's not as dangerous as Baku, because Baku is way more dangerous. So in terms of the track and the walls, etc. So yeah, lots of people crashing. Albon, Hulkenberg, Colapinto, Behrman, Charles Leclerc crashed as well, just like in 2019, even though he's a kind of a Baku specialist. Oscar Piastri, championship leader, also crashed, misjudged it, bad mistake, and yeah, not a good one for Oscar. And we also what happened with the Oscar moment, we all thought like, okay, this is a great opportunity for Lando to capitalize on it. No, that didn't happen. That didn't happen at all. And you know what? I'm gonna give. I'm not gonna. I don't think it's all bad for Lando, even though he should have. It should have been a great opportunity for him to capitalize on Oscar crashing. If you look at the drivers behind him, he's starting from obviously. Look at the grid first. Verstappen, first position, second position Sainz, third position Lawson, fourth position Antonelli, fifth position Russell, Tsunoda, Norris, Hadjar, Piastri, Leclerc. And then you've got Hamilton, who was out in Q2, Alonso out 11th. First of all, McLaren 7th and 9th. I mean, they were looking good in Q1 and Q2 and all weekend, maybe except FP2. 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 2, 3. 7th and 9th. I mean, that's shocking. And ninth, obviously Piastri crashing, and the 7th from Lando, where I think McLaren made a mistake. On sending him very early and for him being the first one to try to have the second the final lap, by sending him being the first one of anybody having the first lap, whereas Max, I think he was the last one or second last one, because the last one I think was Tsunoda, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, as Verstappen said, he prefers to be last one, not first one, because then you give slipstream, because of slipstream, etc., and the tow. So not tow, but having that slipstream and having that giving the being given the things that has to be right for Lando to be good when he starts in that lap. When he starts a lap, his things have to be very good. It has to be perfect. But it wasn't the case for Lando. It was the case for Verstappen, though, and that's why he delivered. And in the semi-wet, it was quite semi-wet. It was quite semi-wet, and Verstappen delivered again. Carlos Sainz, I mean, at some point we all thought he could get pole, and I mean, with the amount of red flags, I mean, maybe he should have crashed for it to happen. But anyway. But great performance from Carlos Sainz, because he's been showing some very good performances for Williams, but he's not been lucky enough in the races. But this time, fantastic performance from him, quality P2. Not even Behrman, who's been much better than Sainz this year in terms of results. had this kind of level of result. So very, very good from Carlos Sainz. Very impressive and close to pole as well. Liam Lawson, P3, fantastic from him. Very, very, very good performance. Brilliant. He's been, I think, since Monaco, his performances have been very, very good. Okay, you could say maybe he's a bit overshadowed because of his team and Hardjack performance has been mostly good and mostly consistent, and he got the podium recently. But Lawson has a chance to get the podium in Baku, even though it seems unlikely because McLaren will come back. There's Mercedes, so and obviously it's gonna be no doubt the race tomorrow will be a very crazy race. Considering how long this qualifying was and the crazy qualifying it was, there is no doubt that tomorrow's race will be like crazy, even crazy. Nobody thought that Sainz and Lawson are going to be in the top three. Nobody. If anybody said to me that was going to be the top three, Verstappen, Sainz, and Lawson, I'd be like, what are you smoking? But that shows the unpredictability of Formula One. Sometimes that's why we love Formula One. Sometimes things that you expect to happen doesn't always happen. Antonelli 4th, Russell 5th, Tsunoda 6th, his best quali, even though it was a bit overshadowed because the guy he replaced, Red Bull, Lawson, had a better performance, finishing 3rd. Hadjar, obviously 8th, not bad, but obviously his teammate finished P3. Verstappen, once again, he delivered. He showed why he's the best driver on the grid. He showed why in this kind of difficult circumstances where you try to put a clean, perfect lap in a track like Azerbaijan and Baku and people crashing and lots of red flags. You try to have a clean and fair lap, but Verstappen dealt with it fantastically well, and he deserved that pole position. So congratulations to him. And Red Bull have been very good in FP2. The Red Bull always do this. In Friday they might not, they sleep a bit, but then Saturday they wake up from their bed. FP2 3 they were second. Verstappen in Q1 was, I think, second or third. Q2 first position. Q3 first position. Very good for Verstappen. He delivered when it mattered the most once again, and showed why he's the best driver on the grid. So he has the most poles of any driver this season, more than the 2 McLarens, even though they've destroyed everybody. Amazing, fantastic from Max, amazing. Mercedes 4th and 5th, McLaren shocking 7th and 9th, and it was, like I said, it was a chance for Norris to capitalize on Piastri crashing. Where it was kind of unusual and a bad mistake from Piastri's side, but Norris didn't do that. I think McLaren made a mistake on Norris using the used soft tires, the soft tires that were used before, from what I heard, and also going out very, very early, being the first one to go very quickly, because sometimes it's not ideal to be the first one to go in terms of the slipstream, etc. I think McLaren should have learned that, because I think Norris went first and very early in Belgium sprint qualifying, and it didn't work. So maybe it didn't work. They should have learned from that. But maybe because I understand at the same time it wasn't a correct decision, but at the same time I completely understand why Norris was the first one, because you want to complete your lap first. You want to put your lap in first before anything happens. Because there were so many red flags. Norris was looking strong in sector 1. I think he was purple sector 1, and he was looking strong. And who knows what could have happened sector 2, sector 3, but he was looking strong. But until obviously Piastri crashed. So sometimes you have to, in this kind of qualifying where there's so many red flags, you try to put your lap in before anything else happens. So I understand. It was wrong. I completely understand why Lando and McLaren did it. But again, shocking day for McLaren, 7th and 9th for the standards they've set this season and how much they destroyed everybody. It's not good enough. But in terms of the race, Lewis Hamilton once again another difficult qualifying, and he's been saying that the team went in with a difficult approach. This is what Ferrari always do. In a weekend in practice they look strong, and then come qualifying in a race they change something different and try something else, and then they're like, why we use this, we were wrong, why, like they always do this, Ferrari, always. But anyway, 12th and 10th, terrible day for Ferrari. Not a good day for McLaren, but great day for Red Bull. Great day for Williams, even though this Albon bottom and crashed. Lawson, third position. Great day for VCarb. There's a news that came out that Esteban Ocon disqualified from qualifying for a technical infringement after failing a rear wing plane tip deflection test. So that means he's going to start from the pit lane. Where did he finish? I think he's out in Q1, but he finished 18th, so he's gonna start back on the grid. So, yeah, in terms of the race tomorrow, I mean, it's gonna be a very, very crazy race tomorrow. People said, Norris bottled it, etc. I mean, I don't agree with that. Piastri crashed, so you can't say Norris bottled it. But even though Norris is he missed the opportunity to capitalize on Piastri crashing, I don't think it's all bad. Because if you look at the drivers who's ahead of Norris, it's Tsunoda, two Mercedes who are fourth fastest car, Lawson and Sainz. The only negative is that Verstappen is ahead of him, and the pace of Red Bull will be fantastic, and I think Verstappen, if tomorrow's race is in a normal conditions and so not something crazy happens and safety cars, etc., Verstappen should win this race easily. But Norris he should finish second. Sonoda, Russell, Antonelli, he should finish second, Norris. If let's say Norris was 7th and he was behind Piastri, Leclerc, Hamilton, and Verstappen, 5th, 4th, 3rd, no, then yeah, he's gonna have to do, with all due respect to Norris, he's a very good driver, but it would have been more difficult. But instead, Tsunoda, two Mercedes, Lawson, Sainz, better chance, no? So I don't think okay, Norris didn't capitalize on it, but at least he's ahead of Piastri and two Ferraris, so it's not too bad in terms of this race. So I think he should easily still finish second, unless something things happen, I don't know, safety car or whatever. Red flag, we don't know, but let's see. So, but it's gonna be very fascinating tomorrow's race. Listen, if the race is in normal condition tomorrow, it's a normal race, Verstappen should win this by 50 seconds. And I mean, I'm not joking, 50 seconds. And then, I expect McLaren to come back, I expect Norris to come back, I expect Piastri to come back as well. Will Sainz get a podium? He can, but it will not be easy because of the pace of, McLaren. They will come back. Mercedes as well. There's two Mercedes as well, so they will try to, Antonelli and Russell will try to get past Sainz and Lawson. So let's see what happens. It's gonna be a very, very interesting race tomorrow. It's gonna be very, very fascinating. So I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, my prediction: first position Max Verstappen. Second position I'm going for Lando Norris, and third position Oscar Piastri. That's my prediction. That's it, guys. Thank you. I wish you have a nice day. See you next time, and goodbye.